This is in follow-up to my last video in regards to weaponizing religion. Is hell real or low vibration? Shout out to the Peep Network and Philosophical for bringing such an interesting perspective to the table. Welcome back to Kimara Reacts. To my subscribers, thank you for your support. If you are new here, please help the channel grow by subscribing, like and share the video. Don't forget to hit the bell notification. Let's react. This sparked a conversation that goes far beyond debate, asking, where did the concept of hell even come from? Was it divine design or human control wrapped in religion? In this follow-up, we explore how faith, fear, and history all collide, and what it really means for those who still believe.
For me, it still it's choppy from this perspective, because what you're saying, Illa, I agree with. I think sometimes as panelists, maybe more evolved individuals, we assume that everybody's journey of understanding is where ours is from a maturity perspective. So I don't know, because this is what I took from a part of what you said. It's to denounce and dismiss the structure that is the Bible. If a person finds their truth, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying, to me personally, is what I took from what you said. If that person's truth comes from that premise, what's wrong with that?
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, brother. What I'm saying is, cool, but someone can find that same resonance of good living without it. So we're not saying that it works for you. That can work. Some people can find peace in yoga. Some people can find peace in their discipline with martial arts and live a way that resonates with their life, where they vibrate higher, they have healthier relationships. They're just disciplines. We're not saying there's something wrong with it. It's just the thinking that I have to do it this way, or it's the standard. It's not. It's one of many. It's all the same. If it works for you, great. But if I'm trying to get to the number 9, I might go 7 plus 2. Somebody might go 6 plus 3. Somebody might go 1 plus 1 plus. The answer is 9. How you get there is how you get there. I just think we put so much emphasis on our path, like it's the path, and we talk from this, you're not nowhere. You're right where I'm at. We are right here. You could change the word and all that. You ain't nowhere. You right next to me at the McDonald's by the corner, bro. Be a good person. All that other shit is confusion. And people say you quote the Bible, because I quote the Bible because that's most of what all our people know. So I try to meet them where they at. I read a lot of stuff. I read the Apocrypha. I read a lot of stuff. But I'm not about to take it there. I'm going to read it in what y'all understand. And when you really read the Bible, a lot of stuff we say is fake. Like Jesus, he didn't pray. When somebody was blind, he spit on some mud, put on their fingers. That sounds like some voodoo to me. So it's like we talked a lot, but if you actually look what's going on, it's really not some spooky shit. It's right in front of your face, and it's really more of what your ancestors been doing. But I digress. Like I said, love is the answer, baby.
All right, go ahead, Jasmine.
Never mind. I was just going to ask something, but I think I pretty much understand where he's going with it. He's pretty much saying, like, if you're a Christian, you should still be okay with dating somebody that's an atheist, even as long as they're still a good person. But, I mean, to each their own.
I never said the word atheist, but okay.
No, I'm just saying, you said it don't matter where they're getting the truth from.
I said spirit. No, what I said was there's many different spiritual disciplines. I didn't know atheism was a spiritual discipline, but maybe you know some, I don't know.
I got a question. What would you consider, you, Illa, and this, I'm not attacking, I'm trying to be edified. What would you consider to be a spiritual practice from a humanistic action? What would that look like?
I mean, but let's deal with the word spirit. What does the word spirit mean? Does anybody know what the word spirit mean and where it actually comes from? Because people think being spiritual means to talk like this and wear this and go, That's not what it means. The word spiritual comes from the word spirit, which simply means the breath. That's all. That's why when you're dealing with, when you're getting into a spiritual ritual, the first, they love to tell you that it's all about calming down, controlling your breathing. See, the thing what made the ancestors so dope, the ancestors took spiritual phenomenon and science and made them one. See, the modern mind takes science, put it over here, and they put religion over here. That's why everybody's fucking confused, because it's one thing. See, the first Adam was the first atom. Adam is the first thing that comes into matter. They took that and made it a person. Like a lot of things in the Bible are really have a lot of astrological resonances, whether people want to admit it or not. Just, hey, it's cool, but it does. There's always 12 and 1. People go to church on Sunday. Like it's all this stuff is really one concept that's segmented. We're dealing with stuff that's segmented. Truth is just truth. Peace is just peace. It doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you get there. If you want to get there speaking in tongues, knock yourself out. You want to get there doing yoga. Whatever brings you to a place where you are in a better state to deal and engage with your world in a positive way, it works for you.
You still didn't answer my question, even though you gave a lot of context.
You can use any of them. If you want to, you can use, if you follow Christianity, the rules, you will have a great result. If you follow the rules of Islam, you will have a great result. But it's not because you believe in Allah or you believe in Jesus. It's because faith without works is dead. It just works. If you follow the regimen of your fraternity and say, hey, if you follow these principles, you're going to have a good result. Righteousness is righteousness. Regimen is regimen. Discipline is discipline. Like, it doesn't matter which way. As long as you really apply that shit, you will get a result. But people be thinking that it's about believing in somebody dying or believing that somebody rose or believing that Moses did it. That's cool. You can believe that, but that doesn't make somebody better or not. It's being better.
So are you saying that a human's action through consistency, because from what I understand, discipline is action through consistency, usually measured, that is spiritual?
Spirit just means to breathe. It's a constant. It's not a place you're going to. We're in the spirit world right now. We be thinking we got to tap in. You're here right now. You in your body. You not your body. You feel that? That's you right there. What is that? You have this breath of life in you. When you feel the wind blow, anything that you can't control, that's God. When you feel the wind blow, you know that's God. So I could blow that right out my body. So that means I'm already in sync with that. I ain't got to connect. I'm already connected. You just got to actualize and know. That's why Jesus just knew. I am that I am. He just knew the shit. He ain't believe nothing. He just knew. You got to know that you already divine. You already in tune with nature. You are not bound by this. I make a mistake, I'm going to burn in flames. That's European thinking to keep you in the box while they do what the fuck they want to do. You already God's divine, beautiful child, whether you believe it or not. You don't need to do nothing but know that shit. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I hope y'all get it, man.
So this is the other thing, right? And I want to make sure that it's clear. You talking about Christianity, right? Because the Bible don't support a forever burning, right? And that's what I mean about the unlearned nature of the conversation, right? When we were talking about Christian aspects, right? We got to differentiate between what that is taught and what the Bible actually says, right? Hell is a hard-stricken place, right? When we're talking about real definitions, but we keep conflating that together.
Where does the concept of hell come from?
What do you mean?
I asked you, what does the concept of hell come from? What's the origin of the concept of the word hell?
I don't know the origin of the concept of the word hell.
You should know, because you're talking about it. You should know.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is this, right?
You're not going to tell me?
Yeah, I'm about to tell you. What I'm about to tell you, then you can correct it, right? So when you look at hell, like as an example in the book of Jonah, right? When he's supposed to be in the belly of the whale, right? He says he's in hell at that point, right? So hell is a strict, dark place of restriction, right? When you talk about some burning forever, right? That's not actually a biblical concept. That's a Christian thing that people taught.
And most people are Christians. That's why I'm trying to meet them with that. I don't believe none of this shit. So it's not
what I'm saying. But when you said it though, I still gotta I have to correct in terms of what that.
Okay, what it so let me ask you this: if I don't follow commandments of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, do you think I'm going to a place of goodness or bad?
You're gonna go to a place of bad. Well, so you're gonna get.
You may have changed the temperature of the location. You may have changed the atmosphere or the ambiance, but hold on.
Not hold on. I answer questions directly, right? So you ask me a question.
First of all, I don't want to argue with you, but you just hold on, bro. You separated. You just said that Christianity, the hell I spoke about. You're basically saying that what I described is more of a Christian concept than a biblical concept, correct?
It is a Christian concept.
Okay, so pause.
Yep.
Cool. So I asked you the basis, because I like to deal with the concept. Everything else can confuse you. I deal with the concept.
Go ahead.
The concept is whether it's in a place of burning, whether it's a dark, cold, clammy place. The concept is, if I believe this, I go to a good place. If I don't, I go to a bad place. Whether it's the Christian version or not, you believe the same thing.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to finish the statement, right? But if you ask me a direct question, I'll answer the question, right? Context is death is the bad place. It's not some place where you existing forever, right? But you asked me a question, so I answered it directly.
So basically, you're saying it's not burning. It's just you dead. But it's still the same concept.
You dead, yeah. That's all.
But it's the same. It's a bad place, right?
That's why I answered your question, though. You see what? That's why I answered.
But you didn't, because I asked you what's the concept. You answered your own question. I asked you what's the concept, the original concept of where hell comes from. What is that concept?
Yeah,
that's not biblical, because you're defining hell based on the Bible as if the Bible strictly defines hell, and it don't. See, I'm not mad at it.
It does.
But no, it don't. Do you think the concept of hell came from the Bible?
Yes.
It didn't. So let me tell you where it came from. The concept of hell came from low vibrational. So when you look at the chakra chart, right? The lowest, when you think to the common person, if I could say to anybody, just go to anybody to panel and don't cheat. If I say the word hell, what color will come to your mind first? If I say hell, what's the first color you're gonna think of?
Red.
Red, right? Exactly. So red represents, red represents appetite. It represents lust. It represents desire. It's the lowest part on the chakra. It's a state of being. It's not a place you go. The highest level is purple, which is the Christ level. That's why on the friendly flag, they put red at the top and purple at the bottom, because they're being led by their desires and their lust. So the concept of hell does not come from a burning place. It just comes from low vibrational energy. So it has the origin of it don't come from the Bible. That's an old term that ain't nothing to do with no dark and dangerous place.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? We just vehemently disagree, right? I don't know where you got chakras from, and I don't know how chakra is the leading
because it's
authority.
symbolic.
So I don't know how that's the leading, but now I don't know how that's the leading authority on anything, right?
It's not the leading. It's just showing you what concept. It's showing you.
I'm saying that's the concept.
I'm showing you that it's the concept. You're caught up in the metaphor. I'm talking about the point. It's all the same. It's all one thing. It's just dissected. It's all one thing. They use
but Illa, if you wanna say it's the concept that we breaking down, cool. What you asked was what's the origin of it, and so I said the origin is biblical. You said no, it's not, and it's chakra.
No, it's not.
I'm asking how does chakra supersede the Bible?
Because it's not about superseding. I'm showing you that the concepts that the Bible is talking about are ancient concepts. They're just retold, reformed, adding people, but the concepts are old. The laws of Maya, a lot of those laws in the Bible, they was in Egypt before they was in the Bible written. Like, they're not new. The Bible didn't create these things. They're old concepts. They're old concepts.
How do you prove that, right?
It's already proven. The negative confessions was in Egypt way before anything.
But Illa, see, this is your point. But this is your point, and it works against you, because you're saying at every turn, how do you prove this? How do you prove that? People lean on this book, lean on that book, and now when you think something is the most accurate or the oldest, you just take that, right? That doesn't make sense to me.
Why don't it make sense? Egypt is still standing. Ain't no tomb still standing. Ain't no Noah's Ark standing, but the pyramids is still right there. I don't believe that. They're there. None of stuff in the what?
Let me ask you a question.
In the stuff, what in the Bible is out? What in the Bible is?
Have you heard of the Kermit? Well, that's the thing, right? So, have you heard of the Kermit Kiafa?
Where's the Kermit Kiafa in the Bible?
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.